Yeah, man, what's going on? It is your boy. It is Tuesday, February 17th. We're back. This is the Triggered Yogi live stream. I am the Triggered Yogi himself, Yoga Leroy. We are at the Yoga Leroy Studios. It's Tuesday, baby. I got some things to talk about. We're talking about planting and sowing seeds. Plant and grow. J HUD is locked in. What's going on, my good brother? I am going to start now. I have started from scratch building a studio. Let's talk about planting seeds. Let's get right into it. I've been building a studio in my garage from scratch, and I have done this without any knowledge of technical things. I am so, I hate to call myself dumb, but when it comes to tech stuff, dumb, just not very knowledgeable, don't really know how things work. Everything that I've done in here has been done off of a vision and just kind of, it's just how I've always done things. Like, oh, I see this, so I'm going to just do this and I'm going to start doing it, even though I don't know how to do any of it. That's my approach to everything in life. Good, bad, and ugly. And it gets ugly. For instance, my computer broke last week, and my Rodecaster, my soundboard, my mixer that works all the sound, broke on Monday. Why did it break? Because I broke it. I don't think my computer would have broken. I think I would have got maybe 2 or 3 more years, maybe even more, if I didn't break it. And same with my soundboard. How I broke it, I was taking my Ozbot. I have an Ozbot attached to the ceiling that looks at the stage, and I was taking it to the opposite side. While I was taking it to the opposite side, I was bringing a cord through the top. There's a battery that powers the garage, the battery for the garage. I hit it with the end of the connection that plugs in the Ozbot. When I hit it, there was a big spark. After that big spark, about 10 minutes later, my power went out for about 4 minutes. Then it came back on. And I was just like, oh, everything's good, right? Well, everything was not good. I think that is what burned out my computer, and it also shorted out my soundboard. So, good, bad, and ugly, trial and error, figuring out how to do things correctly by breaking all my shit. 2 laptops that I haven't gotten fixed, so I'm on my iPad. Man, yeah, man, this stuff is expensive, and it's expensive. But I've also learned. So I say all that to say this. What I'm going to start doing on the Yoga Leroy Studios channel is I'm going to once a week vlog what's going on in the studio. It's not going to be live. It's going to be an edited video that I'm going to post on my page probably Saturday or Sunday because of all of it. I broke my soundboard and something. I had a Rodecaster. I had the first generation Rodecaster, which has been, when it comes to podcasting, kind of the industry standard, especially for people that really don't really know what's going on. The Rodecaster, the quality of the sound and the hertz and the output is just like, it makes it feel and sound as professional as you can. There are a lot of other mixers that are good quality, but everybody swears by the Rodecaster even now. Yesterday I went to YouTube and talked to, listened to a couple of videos. So what I do want to say is the first mixer that I bought is this. You're gonna hear some sound because I'm picking stuff up. Is this? Let's see. Let me see if I could bring the camera over here. Let me show you guys for a second. Yep. All right. You see that? This little rut of a mixer is called the Zoom P4. The Zoom P4. Cheap. Feels kind of cheap as well. It's plastic, like the Rodecaster is like a metal. And, it's not expensive at all. I believe this one was $100 or $150. Now, this has lasted me 6 years. This was the first one I bought before the pandemic, or maybe right during the pandemic. That's when I started playing around with podcasting and trying to podcast and things like that. This has lasted me 6 years. 6 years. Now, I will say the Rodecaster has a lot more tech software in it, so it is more sensitive to, to breaking because the technology is better. But thank God that I got this, because yesterday I had another episode of Comedy Fitness Live, and I didn't have to cancel the show because my Rodecaster broke, but I didn't have to cancel the show because I had this Zoom. Do you have a good joke? Do I have a good joke? I have lots of good jokes. Lots of them. The internet might not think so. So yeah, yesterday was, am I tech savvy? No. J Hud, I'm not. And that's kind of what I said at the beginning. I'm not tech savvy. I'm learning all this stuff as I go. It is challenging. I believe I broke my computer and I broke my soundboard because I wasn't careful and I didn't know that everything being plugged in, and like if I plug in a camera wrong and things are plugged in and I hit something, like that's what happened. I hit the battery of the garage door opener while I was plugging in the camera. It created a spark and a chain reaction that burnt out my computer and burnt out my soundboard, my mixer. And it's something I just wasn't aware of. So I'm learning all this stuff as I go. SEP2805, I'm going to get to you in a second. Let me finish up with this. So I'm not tech savvy, but I'm learning everything as I go. And that's why I'm going to start vlogging. I'm going to do a weekly vlog of the things that are happening in the studio, the things I'm adding, subtracting, and learning about. Started doing podcasts in the studio. My good friend Bryce Jared is recording his podcast, and he is loving the podcast, except for one of the cameras, the color is off. So went to YouTube and started figuring out the LUTs that I could create to make the colors more similar. And that's what I'm going to have for Bryce for next week. So again, I'm learning all this stuff that as I go, and I'm going to start vlogging and showing you just the evolution of the studio as I evolve and as I learn and as I figure out things. You know, planting seeds, baby. So simple, too deep. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. Okay, let's get to Comedy Fitness Live. Let's get to this. Do you have a joke, a good joke? What? I got to talk about this, man. I got to talk about this. So Comedy Fitness Live, I accidentally streamed Comedy Fitness Live on this channel instead of Comedy Fitness Live channel last night. It was an accident. I just didn't preset the right channels on my my OBS system. That being said, I am going to start streaming Comedy Fitness Live, not only on the Comedy Fitness Live channel, but also on the Yoga Leroy Studios channel. So I'm going to stream on both channels, and this is why. The chat last night was extremely active. It was not good. It was not good, but it was active. And honestly, on my shows, I need activity in the stream. Now, when I say it was not good, I say that a bunch of haters showed up and they didn't have anything nice to say. Nothing nice to say in the chat, but this the internet, baby. All the grumpy people are hiding in their basement, looking for things to be mean about. It seems like that's what's going on. There was one good comment out of about 20 other comments in the chat. And you know, I'm learning to love all of it. This has been the vision, to build a streaming platform, a streaming studio where creators could come in and stream and connect to the internet and connect to people all around the world. This has been the vision. And one of the bad sides of it is a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people that are on the internet are hiding behind their keyboard, waiting to be mean to somebody they don't know. And that's just what it is. So I am no longer going to block and ban people unless you say something extremely racist. I mean, I really feel like that's really the only thing that I'd be like, all right, if you're going to be racist, get out of here. But I'm no longer going to block and ban people. I need the activity. I need the people in the comments, you know. So back to this comment, you have a good joke. It seems like my jokes aren't funny on the internet. That's what it seems. Because every single time I open the show, no matter how much I practice these jokes, y'all don't like them. So maybe it's just not funny on the internet. But these jokes are funny. They're definitely funny in real life. People laugh at my jokes. People have been laughing at my jokes for years. But I will definitely say the internet makes things confusing. The internet makes things confusing. Everything is going to the internet right now. Comedy is going to the internet. It's almost like comedy is more popular on the internet than it is in real life, which is crazy because comedy is so much better in real life. Not only is it so much better, it's different. If you've ever been to a comedy show, and saw your favorite comedian live and then watched that favorite comedian's special, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Not a lot of people have done that. People either go to stand-up comedy or they watch comedy specials on Netflix or online. Not a lot of people do both, but some super fans do both, and God bless those people. But not a lot of people do both. Now, if you do one or the other, say you just watch Netflix specials and you just watch comedy online, you're missing such a huge part of what comedians do, because live comedy is magical. It's different. It's like a live concert. You know, I can compare it to music, even though music does so much more than comedy. When we talk about vibrational, like sound is just so, it affects us so much more, but it is similar in a way where you could listen to music on Spotify, on Apple, or what have you, and it makes you feel great, right? Because it's music. But go see that same artist live. Go experience live music. I assure you, I promise you, if you don't listen to music live and you listen to music on Spotify or Apple, the first thing you're going to say to yourself is, why don't I do this more? Because it affects you so much deeper when it's live. And it's the same thing with comedy. Comedy is different live. And what I've noticed about myself, I'm better live. My mannerisms, my sense of humor, my technique, how I connect to an audience, I'm better live. So what I'm learning that I have to adjust now, especially now that I'm building an online platform, I have to adjust to the internet. I gotta get better, not live, it is still live, but on the internet, where the fourth wall is farther away. So when you're a comedian, the fourth wall is right in my face. Right in my face. The audience is right in my face. So I'm connecting to an audience right in my face. But on the internet, streaming, what have you, I'm connecting to you. I can't even see you. I can't even see you. And I'm trying to connect to you with these jokes. And I got to get better at connecting through the fourth wall when it's farther away. And that's just a little self-evaluation, baby. What's up, Damo? Pulling up to the chat. So you're telling me I can say whatever I want. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm telling you, Damo. You already do say whatever you want. That's what my grandmother taught me. And whenever you enter a room, speak, because it puts people at ease. Your grandmother was a wise woman. So last night, now I will say, the trolls that pull up and they're mean, y'all are effective. I mean, I can't front. I can't front and I can't lie. Every time, especially when I'm doing the Comedy Fitness Live, because these are my shows. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm running the show, but I'm also hosting the show. And I'm also running the cameras and the tech. So it is extremely exhausting. It's exhausting. And I'm trying to do a good job. And I open the show. Now, it's hard to open any show. It takes special type of people to open a comedy show. Because you're like bringing the energy up. You're setting the tone. You're bringing the fun. You're doing all this. But I'm also telling the rules and telling what the show is about and how, we do the show. I'm doing all these things. And then I'm trying to be funny. And when I come to the computer, I'm the first one that sees all the hate. And it's always hate. It's always, get this guy off stage. This guy sucks. This guy's this. Where's the joke? It's always that every single time. I have not experienced the time where I've opened the show, came to the captain's chair, and people were like, "Oh man, this guy's funny." Not once. It's always hate, and it hurts every time. But my hurt shows up different. My hurt shows up different. This is what I know about myself. Across the board, my hurt shows up different. My hurt shows up where I want to fight. That's how my hurt shows up. Trauma. Let's get back to trauma for a second. That's trauma. That's trauma. I have a therapy appointment on Thursday. I'm going to start doing EMDR, and I hope to get rid of this thing where my hurt wants to fight people. That when someone hurts me, I want to fight. When someone hurts my feeling, like this in here, this little spirit, this little heart right here, I want to hurt you physically. It shows up everywhere in life. My work, oh man, I've been wanting to fight everybody. Everywhere in life, that's where it shows up. I want to fight. I want to put paws on you. And it is such a frustrating experience when y'all be pulling up to the chat to hurt a nigga feelings, and you do. Very effective. And I can't fight you because your bitch ass on the internet. Matter of fact, you're hiding on the internet. You don't even have a profile picture up. Your name is numbers, like a license plate. Oh man, talk about crashing out. I should have a crash out episode, man. Oh man, that's a good idea. Let me write that back. Come right down. Crash out episode. Crash out episode. Oh, I am going to meditate on that. There's something there. A show where it's just comics crashing out with trolls. That's good. So yeah, man, last night was kind of a mellow show. It was a mellow show. I've been, over the last 7 days, my ass has been kicked by technology, by my work, by my employers, I've been getting it from every angle. So I didn't have like a lot of energy last night, and I let the show kind of just fall where it fell. And actually I enjoyed it a lot more, to be honest. I mean, I wasn't exhausted after the show. I didn't feel like depressed like sometimes I do, you know. Rarely do I not feel depressed after the show. I'm a little depressed. I'm a little like exhausted. I didn't feel that last night after the show. So kind of letting the show just kind of fall like where it fell was actually kind of that was kind of solid. Now, talking about comedy fitness, something I am going to forever. I got such a beef with Guitar Center. So I'm going to do my daily shitting on Guitar Center. Hold on. That's so funny. I was just about to, you commented Guitar Center and I was just about to talk about Guitar Center. J-Hud, we are locked in, baby. This is my daily shitting on Guitar Center. I'm going to at least shit on Guitar Center once in the stream for the next 7 days. So I went back to Guitar Center yesterday to get something to try to make all the microphones work. Now, let me show you what I got. I could take this out because it's not plugged in. So I went and got this at Guitar Center. I low-key was looking for the dude that told me he had good news and he had bad news when it was just bad news, but he wasn't there. But I was kind of hoping to run into him. But he wasn't there, though, so everybody's safe and alive. I went back to Guitar Center to get this splitter so I could hook this into my little Rut Zoom and hook two mics So the two mics, because this is a little rut. So I don't have all the XLR outputs for all the mics. So when I talk to the people at Guitar Center, does anybody remember Circuit City? Y'all remember Circuit City? Y'all remember when Best Buy, like the people at Best Buy knew what they're talking about? I just feel like nobody knows what they're talking about anymore. The people that work at these stores, Best Buy, Guitar Center. So anyways, I asked two people, like, hey man, do you think this will work? Do you think this will work if I get this splitter and try to hook two mics into my Zoom? They both said no. They both said no. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work. They both said no, and I almost left without buying this splitter. Then I remembered I'm gonna need this anyways for my boy Bryce's show that's on March 7th, his birthday show. Shout out to Bryce Jared. And I must confess, the second show, the first one was a smash hit. That's going to be streaming live on Yoga Leroy Studios, March 7th at 8 p.m. Make sure you mark your calendar and tune in. That's going to be amazing. The first one was a hit. I'm going to need this anyways. And I don't want to come back to Guitar Center because I'm going to fight that dude next time I see him. So it's probably best if I never come back to Guitar Center again, right? So I'm there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to need this anyways. I'm going to just go ahead and buy it. Now, that shit worked perfectly. When I tell you it worked so good, the splitter hooked into two mics. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 mics hooked up to my little rut, shitty ass Zoom P4, and the sound was beautiful. It wasn't the best sound in the world, so I had a splitter that had 2 mics. And this is this little rut of a mixer. This little rut of a mixer, my P4 Zoom. I had these 2 mics. I had my wireless 2 Rode mics. That's 4. Okay, so this was 1 DLX XLR, whatever. Then I had this mic that was in one, and then I had the stage mic that was in another one. So I had 6 mics hooked up to this little rut of a mixer. And honestly, it worked great. I mean, it worked so good because I bought another Rodecaster that's coming on Thursday. It worked so good. I was like, man, I need to cancel that order and save me $1,000. But I'm going to need that Rodecaster. I'm going to need the Rodecaster for people that want to come and do podcasts and stuff. So moral of the story is Guitar Center sucks. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know how to handle customers. Fuck them, never going back. Getting all my things from the internet from now on. I'm done with Guitar Center. Guitar Center is dead to me. Best Buy, Circuit City, Radio Shack. Oh man, remember Radio Shack? They knew what they were talking about. I remember those places. They would really help you. Yeah, Radio Shack was awesome. Circuit City was awesome. Best Buy used to be awesome. They're still not bad, but they don't know what they're talking about. You know, like they really don't. You know, even the Geek Squad, like the level of knowledge of those people has kind of decreased along the way. It's kind of gone down. You know, I feel like one of the only places that I go to and be like, okay, these people know what they are talking about is the Apple Store. But you got to be careful at the Apple store because they're like car salesmen. They're like car salesmen. They're so knowledgeable. They know how to hypnotize you into buying shit. So you gotta be careful when you go to Apple, because they know how to hypnotize you into spending money. But you know, when someone knows shit, you want to spend money with them. You're like, man, this guy knows. Like, I feel like I got an education, so let me spend some money, something like that, man. So yeah, man, we've been talking about nothing but tech stuff today. We just hit 30 minutes, just past 30 minutes. Damo didn't have much to say. He said he was going to say whatever he wanted, then didn't say nothing. I have been editing a sketch for 5 days. I've got it down to 4 minutes, and it has to get to 90 seconds. And I just, man. So I'm going to get off of this stream, and I'm going to do my best to cut this bitch down so I could post it today. I want to post it today. I want to post it today. I want to post it today. This has been the Trigger Yogi live stream, man. I appreciate you guys. J Hud 72, so simple, too deep. My boy Damo, good friend of mine, good old friend of mine. Love that guy, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like I do because the things I say to him and about him. But that's what friends are for, to talk shit. And he talks shit too, so. It's a beautiful relationship. We're cut from the same. We like it. It's a term of endearment. When you're friends so well that you could shit on each other. And it doesn't hurt you. It's not like the internet. Like the internet comes and they're mean and they tell you you're not funny. And they shit on you and say, go get a real job and all the. We have real jobs. That's another thing that comment. Go get a real job. We have real jobs. We're also pursuing our dreams. Usually the people that say go get a real job are the people that have jobs that aren't pursuing their dreams because they don't have balls. They don't have the courage. They don't have the willpower to do both. We do. How do you think we can afford to do all this shit? How do you think I can afford? Sorry, I'm ranting. I got to, because that comment bothers me so much. How do you think I could afford to break my shit and then buy it again the next day? You fuck. Because I have a real job, multiple real jobs, to fund my dreams, dummy. So stupid. It's such a dumb thing to say, to try to be mean. Go get a real job. We got real jobs. We all have real jobs. You're jealous because you have no courage. You have no balls. Grow some balls. Go get real balls. Go get real balls and start doing what you want to do too. Don't come to the internet and be jealous because you see someone doing what they want to do. I can't stand you. I can't stand that comment. That's the comment that pisses me off the most. I want to fight you the most. Go get a real job. What? Who do you think buys this shit? Who do you think buys this? What? How do you think we buy the shit? You think I'm shooting this with my iPhone? I got 5 cameras in here. I got 6 microphones. I got a computer. I got soundboard. I just bought another mix. Who do you think? How do you? Come on, man. Thank you guys for letting me vent. This is kind of therapy in a way. Man, they're so mad, man. That's the comment I can't stand the most. Go get a real job. Bro, we got real jobs. We hate them. We hate the real jobs. That's why we're pursuing our dreams so hard. Because we want to make money doing this. We want to make money doing this. This is how I want to live my life. I want to be in this studio all day long, talking to you beautiful people, connecting with you beautiful people. This is what I want to do. All right, man. I feel better. This has been the Trigger Yogi live stream, baby. Thanks for pulling up, J Hud. I appreciate you. So Simple Too Deep. I appreciate you. Damo, always love. I appreciate you. I will be back here. Oh, what's this? SEP2801. It was no jokes today. But hey, such is life. I got to learn how to be funny on the internet, I guess. Not I guess. I do. I got to learn how to be funny on the internet. I'm not funny on the internet, apparently. You know, I want to be so funny on the internet that the haters be like, damn, I came here to hate, but that was funny. That's how funny I want to be on the internet. So I'm going to work on that, man. I'm going to get better. Y'all keep praying for me. I'm going to pray for you. Thanks for pulling up. I'll see you guys next time, tomorrow, 9 a.m., the Trigger Yogi live stream. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Peace.